Well, with that introduction, I want to say welcome everyone again to the latest edition of Carl's Corner. I know it's been about actually 4 or 5 weeks since the last I've done one, but obviously a lot of things are going on. But I just actually want to say thank you so much for my fifth time back, returning guest, and actually down the road, I think related in some sense between Frankie Rae and his finishing up with almost his Jersey residency back in good old New Jersey, where I grew up too. So welcome again, Frankie, for coming back. And
thanks, buddy.
Good to see you. It looks like you had a phenomenal 4th of July.
Yes, 4th of July was awesome, man. We did a lot of cool stuff, and that whole weekend, just 4th of July weekend as a whole, was a lot of fun. We started with the Runnymede parade, 4th of July parade on the 4th, which was tons of fun. Here's the promo for it. And we got out there, and we were driving down, and it was a little windy outside, and as we were driving, we had a couple signs fly off the truck on the way down to the parade route, so we had to stop. It was pretty chaotic, and it was very, very hot, but we did it. We picked up some friends along the way. I had my baby cousins Emily and Gabby in the truck throwing candy, along with our with Runnymede town staple Miss Maria, and so we had tons of fun. We had Diesel and AJ in the truck there too, and just lots of cool stuff. We had these awesome signs made, and just great stuff all around. That Friday, we then went to the Mile, where the Mile right in Runnymede, and did a 4th of July show there. And then the day after that, I went to it was Gibbstown's 4th of July celebration, which was that Saturday, and that was tons of fun too. Great people, great fun, and everyone that came out and showed love and support. Anybody that followed from that will see this. Thank you again for this love and support, because it was a great weekend, the 4th of July weekend. It really was.
I know. It's like, in one sense, I love being out here in California, but those little times and whatever, because I see, it's right down the street from where I grew up. I actually grew up in Barrington, grew up on all those days right down the street from Runnymede. And I see with this one shot.
Yep.
I would be back down there at the Philly Diner behind that. That's a great diner, restaurant, bar area. And just go in there and grab, a great breakfast, and you can walk in, you smell the coffee and all that. It's like, I do miss the food, as we talked about before.
That's the Black Horse Pike for you right there, man. The Black Horse Pike has got some great spots, and it's just such a cozy hometown feel to it. And the parade route just went right through the heart of it. And
you have to have a shout out to your uncle. Do it. And actually, if Gene and I ever do our own podcast, I have video of Anthony DiBartolo's first birthday, and I'm shooting video, and he is a little guy around the table. So hopefully I could do that. But God bless him and everything how he's done, his wonderful family, and you're another son there, so
that picture there, he's dressed up in his, to just express how much of a great man he is. He was walking in the parade with the Boy Scouts. So his son's in the Boy Scouts, and he signed up to help out and kind of be on the leadership team for it. So he's always at all the meetings, and he's at everything, and he ran getting them all together into the parade and everything. So and on top of it all, he takes a beating for me, because I'll look at him and say he looks like the kid from Up, and he said the wilderness must be explored. So I'm always messing with him. But
you maybe want to come on when are you leaving to go back to Nashville?
I leave August 16th, and I move in around the 18th. So it's still another month.
Maybe we could do one maybe a week ahead of time.
Yeah.
And scheduling permit. You think you maybe have him come on with you?
Yep. So we were just talking about that, and a couple of days ago when I was telling him that I was going to get on with you this week, and he said, we'll figure out a night or something, like an afternoon like this would be perfect. So we'll figure out a day, and we'll get it working. I'm sure he's going to watch this, and he's going to be like, oh, he's signing me up. So now he knows.
I know he's not shy. It isn't with the camera.
Yeah,
But
we
no,
were just talking about it the other day. So we're definitely
good,
sometime
because
early August we'll get on.
I think you could go on and just add a little bit more to, the
Yeah.
promotion where you're
Mhm.
at, and it'll
Yeah.
show the people that you have your own organization already
Yeah.
put together. And I know when we talked a little bit right before we went live, that I was just so impressed with, we talked about the business end of it,
Mhm.
the music publishing, but then
Yep.
also you know, uh, the t-shirts and everything. But then I saw
Yep.
this, it's like, wow,
Yeah.
got it covered.
Yep.
That's now, where is this? Is this at your house or your uncle's house?
That's Uncle Ray's house. Yep, right in his kitchen table. So he had gotten Aunt Lucy that T-shirt press for Mother's Day, and we were like, hey, we're going to go get some T-shirts printed. Here's the price. And then she was like, wait, I got this really cool T-shirt press. It's basically the same thing. So then we did some numbers, and it chopped about almost 75% of the price of what it would have been to get them printed the way the way we make them. Um, they actually came out better than what they could have ever come out anywhere else. So, we've
And
done it
who's
twice now.
helping out here?
That's Emily. That's Uncle Ray's oldest daughter, and she's there filling out some paperwork, making sure we got the numbers right for some orders. And I mean, you can see right there the little printouts that got to get stickered onto the T-shirt. So it is piece for piece, and we purchase some of these big bulk sheets, and then we cut them out, we print them, we paste them onto the T-shirts, and it makes for a good time. Truly.
Well, in the years to come, when you're selling out stadiums,
Oh yeah.
pictures like this will go back. Wow, look at a humble beginning, how you had everything going, and hopefully I'll still be around to witness it for you, because I know you went up to the Meadowlands to see somebody. What concert was that you went up to go see?
Yeah, I went up to see George Strait, Chris Stapleton, and Little Big Town. It was George Strait's concert, and then opening for him was Little Big Town and Chris Stapleton, and that show was just beyond anything a young country boy like me could ever imagine. I was blessed to be able, and I am not a wealthy man by any means. I was blessed to be able to have a family member who works for a company. She was able to get her hands on some tickets and basically went to this concert for free. So, and we were up in a box, which was even cooler. So we got a meal, and I'm not a big crowd guy, so it really allowed me to kind of experience the concert in its full effect. And I was probably the happiest guy in that room that night. Just singing the songs that I know and love, getting to see two guys that I wouldn't necessarily have the opportunity to see on any other given day. So, and just to be able to see the king of country music do what he does best in his prime, it was pretty cool, man. The king and the prince of country music. Chris Stapleton is easily in that role. So it was really cool, man. And East Rutherford and Meadowlands, it's such a beautiful area. It's really cool because it's like you could see New York right across the way there, and it's a fun little spot. It's fun for sure.
Well, do you see yourself down the road in stadiums like that?
Oh man, that's my number one goal is to sell out a stadium, even if it's just one. I want to sell it out. Especially MetLife. First time I ever saw MetLife was four years ago, I want to say. And MetLife Stadium is massive, and it's just like I'm really big on the technical side of things when it comes to performance. I'm really big in being involved in how a stage is designed. I just love that stuff. I think it's so cool. Even dating back to my musical theater spot days and stuff like that. Like it, I've always been involved in that kind of stuff, and just the design of it. So I look at a place like that, and I kind of, sometimes I'm crazy enough to even look up a picture of a place and just look at its full length and size and try to map out, make a blueprint of a stage that I would put inside that building and see what you could do with it. What kind of seats you could sell, and just how cool of a show you can make. One of the best shows that have ever been recorded, I'll say. Garth Brooks did a live in I think think it was live in Las Vegas, possibly Vegas, but it's this huge stadium and it's indoors. And basically, for this show, this specific film, he wanted to go all out. He wanted rain for the thunder rolls. He wanted to fly across the room. He wanted fire effect for standing outside the fire. And he did it. You know what I mean? And he got his hands on and he went and helped set it up with all the riggers and the union workers and everything. And just watching that video and watching that movie, basically, that movie concert, it's really cool because they show you the behind the scenes of him getting up in, 100-foot rigging, just setting up water effects and different things like that. And then he gets on stage and he starts walking through flames. Like, it's cool stuff like that starts to make my mind swirl. And what can I do? What can be the next best thing?
Well, you resonated in something that back in my day. Now I know past Saturday there's a lot of crazy things happening on the international front, which I'm not getting into. But actually, it was the 39th anniversary of one of the greatest days I ever had in Philadelphia when I worked Live Aid at old JFK Stadium.
Nice. There you go.
Next year, I will be doing maybe a commemorative 40th anniversary if the world doesn't blow up between now and then. But that's another story.
Yeah.
But my love from working at the Spectrum was I'd always love to see the back. People you go to a concert, see it, say they don't know the works involved. So when I go with my cousin, we would always go to work, certain shows here or there, and knowing how big an artist was by how many trailers he would have parked out with equipment and stage equipment. And one with just 2 or 3, like, now this is a lightweight. Live Aid, 22 trailers, and then all the equipment between the uplinks, downlinks, between MTV, they were also simulcasting in London with the technologies that the live broadcast. So yes, and watching, behind the scenes, what they're doing indoors, outdoors,
right,
in stadiums, in the heat and everything. So I see one day, and hopefully I'll have one of those laminated passes, be able to walk around with a video camera following you around. So that would be wonderful too. So
be fun.
Coming back here to come back on. So you want to promote what's coming up this coming Sunday, correct?
Yes, sir. This Sunday, July 21st, 2024, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. It is the last stop on the New Jersey residency tour. And we will be live at the Golden Nugget Tavern. This show is going to be the biggest and baddest show that you will find on the New Jersey residency. It's going to be probably one of the best. We're expecting a great turnout already, so be sure to come out, get out there early, grab your spot, start grabbing some food, grab your drinks, and just come have a good time. Be ready to dance, be ready to sing, be ready to party. And the biggest thing that I can push on top of this all is we're going to be – so I'll be hosting alongside the Pizzera family of South Jersey here, an Alex's Lemonade Stand in honor of Morgan Pizzera. Morgan, as a young child, had suffered through cancer and childhood cancer, and Alex's Lemonade Stand was there to help her in her time of need, her and the family, and they did a lot of great things for her. So a way for me to kind of give back, I feel, is to support and help give back to Alex's Lemonade Stand for helping out such a close family friend as the Pizzeras are. So the fundraising link is now open. You can find it on my the best way to find it will be on my Facebook post, which is pinned to the top of my Facebook, where it says kind of a big thank you to everybody. And then it also explains that, the story behind why we're doing the Alex's Lemonade Stand fundraiser at this event. And then it has below it the link in which you can click, and within 3 easy steps, you can donate as much or as little as you'd like to the foundation and to the fundraiser. This link will be open until, I believe, just after 4 p.m. on Sunday. So it's open now. Go show your support. Anything is appreciated. And just come out to the show and come have a good time. It's going to be a great time. We'll be selling lemonade at the event, and along with the Nugget, who have been great working with us and willing to let us run this fundraiser alongside, having us there just to do the show, and understanding that, it's going to be a good time, and being nice enough to work with us. So thank you to the Nugget. Thank you to Alex's Lemonade Stand. Thank you to the Pizzera family. And thank you all to the friends, family, and fans of New Jersey. Thank you for an awesome residency. It's truly been awesome.
Yeah. So by you saying awesome, what has been the response? I know I see the pictures from the parade for 4th of July. Yeah. But then when you've done you're now it's all acoustic, right? You're not with your band.
Yep. So the whole residency has been acoustic. The response overall, I've said it a million times to my mom and different people. The residency in the beginning was a way for me to come back, catch up with family, friends, and fans that haven't seen me in a while, and haven't gotten a chance to get out to Nashville to see me. But on top of that all, it was a great way for me to also collect some new fans and meet some new people. And it honestly showed out way more than I could have ever imagined. The numbers really went up on the social medias, and the amount of people who are interacting with the posts and interacting with the shows, and the familiar faces I'll see that I've met at one show and will come out to a couple after. I can't thank you all enough for that endless support. It truly shocked me and amazed me. And now the amount of feedback that I've heard over time of the amount of people that are planning to come out to the Nugget Show, I can guarantee that this is going to be a night to remember. And that's why I think, when I say awesome, I mean, there's a million words I could say. That's the word that is easiest to just get out in a short span of time. I could sit here for hours and just thank you guys enough for each individual thing that the fans and my friends and family have given me along this time. We'll be going back to Nashville. Hopefully in the future months, we can start to make some tours and some trips out here with the band. So, again, keep up with the contact link. If you got a place that loves to book bands that like to travel, reach them out, send them out to me, and we'll get in touch with them, and we'll see about getting some shows hooked up for you guys to see some weekends.
Well, I'd love to be your California agent out here.
Yeah. I mean, same thing goes for you, Carl. You got any places, man? We'd love to take a trip.
Well, yeah, there's places that are around. It's when you're ready to start, say, touring. And I envision that maybe next spring, when you have your fall semester and your spring semester, but then you have your New Jersey residency now, and then maybe next year
I'd like to have a tour in place of this time. So I sadly won't be going back to New Jersey next summer.
You already made that decision then, right?
Yeah, that decision's been made. It just needed to be made for the school purposes, but the housing purposes. But the decision is made that I won't be coming back for the longer period of time as I did just to New Jersey. But what we would like to do, as I've been talking with the band, during the weekends, hopefully at least the weekends, if not full couple weeks, take some travels, start in Nashville and go north and hit some, we had a huge, we have a ton of fans that we find coming back to us on the social medias from North and South Dakota. I would love to get up there and come and see you guys and hopefully meet some of the people that I've been told about that really love that kind of music and want that kind of music to come to North and South Dakota. So I'd love to get up there. Texas, my bass player is from Texas. So he wants to help work in a way to get us around Texas and bring a fiddle with the band. There's some talk about possibly hitting the lower East Coast and hitting North and South Carolina. If that happens, we would probably plan to try and hit through Georgia, Florida, go back up, Delaware, Maryland, all the different states there, get to Jersey, Philadelphia, and possibly New York. So the possibility of an eastern side of the country tour is very, very possible. I would almost guarantee that we will be traveling in the summer of 2025. That there will be traveling done, and we're going to get to as many places as we can hit, and as many places that say yes and the places that we can actually physically get to. We're at a really good spot in our area where we each have vehicles, so the transportation part isn't necessarily a big worry. It's just time. It's just making sure that that weekend can be clear for the 4 guys, and we can bring it out. So we're working on talking about that stuff right now. That stuff has already started. Those conversations are being had, and the logistics of everything and travel and all that stuff. Once that stuff starts getting booked, I'll be announcing, and just be ready for that stuff. I'd love to announce that as early as possible so we can start to get things done and cooking for the tour. And in the event that we were able to get to the West Coast, I don't see a problem with it. I have a buddy who's from SoCal, but is willing. California is such a tall and long and lengthy state, so that'd be really cool to do some spots and come and see Carl, and hopefully do a Carl's Corner podcast while we're out there. I've always wanted to do a show in Vegas or Nevada, so just really try different places out, see what we can get our hands on. And yeah, like I said, I said again to kind of end this off, if you are from any of these areas that I've named, you're from a state that you came out to see us, or you saw us at some point, or you just found us through social media, please reach out through the contact form, and you'll get direct to me personally, and we can talk about possibly any places that you know of that are willing to take bands that tour, and we'll try our best to get in there. And if we do, I'm sure it would be really, once they say yes, it's easy sailing to get in there. So just keep them coming, friends. You guys have been awesome for the residency. You guys were awesome for the residency, and I'd love to hear what we can do to get out of Jersey, get out of Nashville, and try new things. So yeah, that's what I got on that.
Actually, I would want to put out, I would volunteer, because I always, it's all about, if your uncle would not be at this position, but if you're looking for a tour manager, because this time my situation by default and next spring is going to be completely changed, with a lot, maybe more time from time, that say that type of person maybe not there, or someone you would want. I'm just going to read it, let you know ahead of time, because I kind of, with my organizational skills and knowing travel, so even if it would be the East Coast version of it, then I would have so much there being a part of it. Then my California contacts, or even Midwest contacts, could go from there. Because, once you're still on tour, then you're still marketing to everybody else. Like, look, okay, they're in Charlotte. This is what we're doing. And I have friends in Florida. So there's even a buddy of mine who was back in the doo-wop thing. He's like, I've mentioned him about, about stuff, new artists coming up. So that's good. Now, the other thing I want to mention, where are you now with, I know you're probably not until you get in the studio back in Nashville, is the originals.
Yeah, the originals, the music. Just had a call with my engineer, and we are on a great track. The songs, he sent me some second to last, so we're almost at the final cuts. Really what we're at right now is just the second to last mix before it's sent to mastering. So he sent me the songs. I listened through them in different ways, through the car radio, through my phone radio, all the different places. They are sounding incredible. Little more like little things. We're adding some background vocals, adding an intro to one of the songs. And once that stuff is done, it'll be smooth sailing into the mastering. Shout out to Mark Robinson, a good friend of mine from Nashville, who is going to be taking up the job of mastering. He's doing me a huge solid by picking up this project. So I thank him very much if he watches, but we'll be sending it to him, and he's going to master them. And by that, once they're done in mastering, it's just a matter of letting the releasing platform do its background check. Copyright gets signed, and we're solid, so we'll be releasing hopefully September sometime. Hopefully, I'd like to say early September, if not early, mid to late, but late September at the latest for sure. but I'd like to be releasing in September. So be on the lookout. Like I said, stuff is going to start. I'm going to trickle in little snippets here and there and try little things and then see how people react. And that'll judge as to what and how I wind up fully releasing this music. So,
So
but
you're going totally as an independent. You're not really technically looking for a record deal or anything there. You're just doing this. If somebody comes to you, then you'll listen, right?
Yeah, I'm always looking for a record deal. I would prefer a record deal. And the only reason I say that is because there'll be a lot of things that I don't personally like necessarily doing that I already do for myself and have people who help me with that. There's a lot of things that I feel more comfortable in a community under a record deal in that community with people who are doing it with me, alongside people who are learning and alongside people who have been doing it a long time. Always looking for a record deal. But at this time, I'll be releasing independent, starting it out. It'll be an independent release. I won't necessarily ever release a debut album until a record deal is signed. And I'm not I don't want to sound as humble when I say that. That's kind of how people already do it. They release singles, they release EPs. They usually wait for their debut album until it's under a professional label. And so that's kind of how I'm thinking about it. I plan to release these 5 songs, this EP, let it marinate for a little bit over time, and then start working on a couple different singles and then get them released for you guys over time. Just some songs that fans have heard live that want to hear recorded. So we're bringing them to you guys, and I'm super excited about that.
Well, it sounds absolutely amazing from our first podcast back in February to even now, and having this as you go back. It's like we have all these other plans, and then I think it's going to hit, and it's going to go. That's why I mentioned to you ahead, the first time. I said I want to get you before you become famous.
I appreciate it. Hey man, I'm gonna keep doing this whether I'm famous or not. I'll keep in touch with you. You know that, and I'm gonna hold you up to your offer on the touring stuff, because at this time I don't have anybody who's willing to kind of help with that, and it could be nice. It would be nice to have someone taking care of that stuff on the outside while I'm taking care of stuff that's going on in the moment. So
because not that I've ever done it, but I've seen how it's done and whatever thing, and I think my
learning experience for us all, and I'm willing to learn alongside with you. And you have a little more experience than me with that stuff, so it'll be good to have somebody else, another brain picking at it. So,
and it'll be a great way to see the country again, because I've come out here twice, driven on my own. But having that local Tennessee, East Coast, Florida, Carolinas will be a good start.
Yeah,
and then I'm sure with the music you have and the kind of response you get, somebody's going to be looking at you and say, hey, they pick you up on a national level and things like that. So, but it's really great. It's good to hear that. Now, let's put this back up again for Sunday. Let's repeat why the main thing. Now, I would say try to get as much video of this on Sunday, because definitely would have you come on again before you go back to Nashville with your uncle, and we can review this and have this as part of everything that you've done, just acoustic. And I'm sure. So mention it again, Frankie, about Sunday. Sunday.
Frankie Rae live at the Golden Nugget Tavern in Berlin. Last stop on the New Jersey residency tour. Again, folks, it's 7/21/24. That's July 21st, 2024. It's at the Back Patio Bar, the Golden Nugget Tavern, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. And along with this wonderful show and the last stop, I'm giving back to you guys by hosting a fundraiser for Alex's Lemonade Stand. And I just, it's for a good friend, and it's for a great cause, and for the Pizzera family and for Morgan Pizzera. And I'm happy and honored to be able to be hosting this lemonade stand alongside them. And thank you again to the Golden Nugget for allowing us to host said fundraiser.
And not that we're going to overlook it. It's obviously a patio, no cover, no charge to come and see you.
Nope, no
And we would
charge.
have to say with this promotion is for get there early because how big's the patio? How many could it hold?
The back patio is spacious. It's a nice area, collective. There's different. It's kind of like a tiki bar kind of setting in a way, um, and there's different areas off the patio that is open, but things do fill up. Um, so get there if you want to get a seat. Get there early. Uh, if you plan to sit, that's the biggest thing I can say. It will be definitely by the amount of feedback we've gotten vocally and through different contacts and such about the amount of people that are planning to come to this show. We are expecting it to get to a point where it is standing room only, along with the chairs that are available. So again, folks, just get there early if you're planning on wanting to sit and relax. It could possibly fill up to a point where it is standing room only. And I mean being able to say those words, hearing those words come out of my mouth right now is just such an honor. And I thank you guys so much for that love and support, like I said. And I'm super excited to have this last hoorah in Jersey for some time. And I'm happy again to be working alongside the Pizzera family to host the Alex's Lemonade Stand for Morgan. So
Now, my just little, you're there 1 to 4. You don't sing straight through. How many?
No, I'll take about 3 breaks for the show.
What do you have? Like 45 minutes a set?
It'll be about 45 minutes set. I'll stop at 1:40. I'll start at 1, stop at 1:45, and then go to 2. I'll break to 2 to 2:45, and then 3 to 3:45. 3 to 4, more than likely. So it'll probably be about 2 breaks. So 2 15-minute breaks in between. The last set will be the longest. But yeah, 4 hours of music all together. So it's going to be fun.
Yeah, you're going to need heavy security for all the girls attacking you on stage.
I know, right?
And taking your shirt off and and everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish.
Great.
Wish.
Yes. Well, it'll happen. Well, it's progress. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
So make sure you get as much video. I'm sure people will that we could do, and we have to have. You say you're going back to Nashville roughly about a month from now, about the 15th, 16th, right?
Just about a month. Yes, sir.
So it's going to be on ahead of time to go over this performance, but then also mention whatever might be updated, when you go back to Nashville. And I guess the guys are clamping at the bit down there to get back, into the whole band.
Especially I'm going to have a call with my drummer tomorrow. First time the two of us have been super busy. So getting him on the phone has been tough, but finally we're going to have a call. We plan to call for tomorrow. So I'm super excited to be talking with him. We're going to talk about the music. You can see him in the back there at the drum kit. Then my bass player, Garrett, I've talked to him a few different times, and he's just – that man is so set and ready to go, and he has such incredible ideas. And so, Garrett, I know you're probably watching. Thank you for your support. Harrison's excited. I was just talking to him recently. He's super excited about the music coming out because he played pedal steel. And then Colin, me and Colin are going to be roommates this year. So me and him were just talking, and we're super excited to get back to the music and super excited to live and get our room all situated, and just it's going to be a good time. So super excited to get back with the guys. I look at these pictures every day, and I miss the cool stuff that we do. So I'm excited.
Well, you could tell just by the smiles and the body language that everybody's having a good time.
Oh yeah, man, it's a party, dude. Except for that picture of Garrett, he has an RBF face when he's sitting there on stage, but he's having fun. I promise.
That's your bass. Well, he's a serious guy because
one of
the greatest bass players ever was the Who's John Entwistle. He never smiled on stage. He always looked at them and always very professional. But he was amazing.
Yeah, Garrett is one of the funniest people I know, and when he's on stage, he's just so in the zone. He's either having a good time and smiling, or he's just standing there playing his bass and having a good time. he might not smile all the time, but he's having a good time, and they're all good guys, man. I'm happy that I'm where I'm at now in my career. I'm happy to be doing it with these guys, and I'm excited for what's to come. I've been talking with the big band and the additions to the big band, the piano player and the fiddle player and the steel player, and just the idea of the big band with the backup vocalist. We've got some really cool ideas that hopefully we're able to sooner rather than later express to you guys. So just be on the lookout for it. Come out to the shows. And get a feel.
You promised me when you go back there, the next one we do in Nashville when you're back is with the band, because I think that's going to be really, really good. I could do introduce each one and then have them give their special and everything. I think that'd really be cool, because now the last couple of times that's all you've done was talked about them. Now we're going to see them live.
Now we got to see them. I know there's some people that I know for sure Garrett and Billy definitely and Colin all want to be on the podcast. They have all expressed that to me. So it'll be really cool to get them on here and just have a good time and a couple laughs and I want to let them really, have the time to just kind of talk about themselves and talk about who they are and what they've done. And they all have done such incredible things to get where they are now. And so, giving them a chance to speak up and speak for themselves. I'm excited to see I'm excited for the moment that when it happens. It's going to be a fun podcast.
I've always said there's my friend who's Johnny Patillo, who's been in the business 60 some years, and told him how great it is that about jobs and real jobs. I said, John, in your 60 years, did you ever have to get a real job? He goes, oh no, you're blessed. So Frankie, if you could make your living, I'm
surely going to try.
I know you did your camping. I know you don't still work at Deluxe, do you? I know on your Facebook page.
Sadly, things kind of just fell off with Deluxe, mainly because I've been so busy with the residency.
I know.
And just different things going on there. It never lined up right. So they still see me as one of their own. I still see them as family.
And actually, through an old relationship, a friend of mine was married to relationship with one of the owners.
Okay.
Sammy. So Sammy, right?
Sammy Rock, my man.
Well, I know her. He never, I don't know if I should be saying this, but his ex, Carol, that I've known for a long time.
Okay.
So
I've heard him talk about Carol before. That's cool.
Well, we keep in touch, and we were an item back in the 80s and all that. So it's funny how you come full circle. So Sammy, they're all great guys, and look, I live down the street from, and I miss the bread, I miss the donuts, I miss all that stuff, I miss the bread. So
it's still just as good as it was 70 years ago when they started, man. It's delicious stuff.
I know.
Yeah, I love Deluxe. I love my Deluxe family.
Yeah, just telling people who don't know, that's an incredible bakery in the South Jersey area that's been there about at least 50 years, 60 years.
70. We just we're getting close to 75 years.
Amazing. And I know it's just like nothing like that. But hopefully, because I actually thought I would maybe be able to come back this time, maybe a week or two from now, but it just, situations just, no, not this year. But eventually go back and, not during the winter, not during January, February. I don't do winter anymore, but to go back there. But all right, in closing, anything else we want to do? And we'll promote one more time for Sunday. Now, you doing any local, besides this in the area, but promoting it for Sunday?
So in August the 16th, August 15th, I'm going to say, hold on. I'm going to search right. Take me 2 minutes. Watch this. August. I believe it is August 15th. Still getting the promo built up for that. Aside from the residency, I will be performing for the day at the public event for the Beach Haven Marlin and Tuna Club's big Tuna Marlin Fest. What am I looking for? Their fishing tournament. And they do this big event for the public on one of the nights. So I'll have more information on that coming soon. Probably in the next podcast, I'll be able to promote that. That is a public event. So if you want to come see me live one last chance, that is another chance to see me live.
Now, where would that be at? Where would
That's
that be
going
at?
to be beach. It's going to be an LBI, Beach Haven LBI, Long Beach Island, for anybody who doesn't know. And it is Beach Haven Marlin and Tune Club. Again, I'll have a promotion coming out soon with the bulk of the information, times and address and all that jazz. But yeah, so that's going to be coming up in August. So it's something to check out, and anybody who's interested in fishing and coming out for good food and good times and seeing how the tournament runs and just getting away from the house for the weekend or the day, go check it out. It's a good time. I'll be playing alongside the Diamond DJs, so it's gonna be a good day.
Well, here we go. That'll be before you go to Nashville. Will be one of the one that you do. We'll have the recap of this and what you're doing on Sunday, and setting that up, and be looking forward to that. And hopefully you can have your uncle on here too. It'd be great to be able to have you on the one. And really,
I'd like to get him on here. Maybe that first or second week in August. There, would be perfect.
Definitely,
most
really
good.
Yeah. All right, one more time. What we're doing here for Sunday?
Sunday, July 21st, 2024, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Frankie Rae live at the Golden Nugget Tavern is the last stop of the New Jersey residency tour. So be sure to come check it out. Support the Alex's Lemonade Stand. The link is on my Facebook page. It is pinned to the post at the top of the page. So again, folks, go check it out. Support the good cause, and come check out the show, and come say goodbye, and come say hello if you haven't already, and just feel free to come and say hi, and come listen to some good music, y'all. We're gonna have a good time, and I don't plan to have anything other than a good time. So it's gonna be good. It's gonna be fun.
Well, everybody's going to be looking forward to it.
Yes, sir.
Frankie, is there anything else we missed?
No, I think we got everything.
Cool. I really appreciate it. And you're fifth, and then hopefully you're sixth before we go to Nashville. And really looking forward to the ones in Nashville too, with the band and hearing, September and October in the fall when you have the the original material, because you got to get on Carl's Corner the first time to promote that too. So we'll have everything ready to do and help you out.
Sounds good, buddy.
Well, my best for Sunday, and just hang on until we get everything downloaded. But Frankie, thank you again, and we'll be talking soon again on Carl's Corner, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yep.